Call to the Booth, our Friday show. We record on Wednesday night. We watching the World Series game. But we're gonna try to, stay tuned and keep pace, What we got for today, Harrison?
Well, you know what time it is on this show, Fantasy Focus. We got to do the A+ matchups. We're going to look at some DFS lineups. But you're right. We are kind of tuning in to the World Series game. We're going to drop this audio on Thursday, video Friday. So if you download the episode, you get the drop earlier. But about baseball, I'm surprised that one of your favorite sports moments comes from you playing on the diamond. Straight up.
Top 5 sports moment. It's probably number 5 or 4. I hit a grand slam in the 7th grade, Little League baseball. And what made it special, though, it was crazy. My dad, he'd watch my games from right field. So, every game I look right field. Okay, my pop's there, Abu. We call him Abu. Abu there, he right field. I done hit the first inning, Harrison. Bam!
Boom!
I hit the five. Look, done hit the grand slam, bases loaded. I done hit the grand slam right in right field where my dad's standing at. But on this day, he running later, or whatever the reason is. He wasn't there yet. So I done ran the bases. We celebrated. We got our next 2 outs. By the time I went out to center field, he was out there. He was out at right field. I seen the other parents talking to him. They probably was telling him what I did. But I was like, oh, man, he done missed it, man. He missed the grand slam. Big bro was at the game, though. It's a true story. Only home run I ever hit in my life, man. And that's top 5 sports moment of my life, straight up.
All right, let's get to it. You know why you came here for our show when it's Fantasy Focus. We also got to talk about the no-fly zone. So let's get right into it. I'll tell you Aqib's new top 5, and it changed just a tad bit. I'll go from the bottom up. Number 5, the Indianapolis Colts. You remember they used to be one of the top teams. Now they're at number 5. Number 4, the Baltimore Ravens. Number 3, after a great performance against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 2, the Chicago Bears. And at number 1, the new number 1, the Pittsburgh Steelers. That means that the Los Angeles Rams are up and out of there, and Pittsburgh jumps from 5 to 1. Aqib, please explain.
Man, it's the Steelers. I said last week, I like how the Steelers is playing ball, man. And they came against a hot Cleveland offense, man, and they set it off immediately, man. Fitzpatrick picked to the crib. They had 2 picks in the first half, man, and they set the tone. The DBs, the back end set the tone for that game, man. It was some sacks going on, and a lot of those sacks was Baker, max protect. Baker looking like, these guys not open. That means the guys on the back end is doing their job. So he had to start looking somewhere else. Boom, he'll get sacked. So there was some covered sacks in there, man, and 7 pass D, 8 picks, man. They playing ball right now, man, and they gave that hot Browns team 7 points, man, and I love the way they playing right now, man. Nelson, Joe, Fitzpatrick, man, them guys is in sync right now. They communicating, and you could just see it. It's translating to the field.
We're going to talk about Carlton Davis and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary in a bit, but real quick, what happened to the Rams?
Man, the Rams, I watched the game again today, and it really wasn't as bad as I thought it was, man. It's a lot of dinking and dunking going on, some quick passes to Debo, letting him run, which is passing yards. They almost like runs, but they go down as passing yards. So a lot of that 265 Garoppolo had came off the quick little reverse, and you throw it forward, that's a pass. A lot of that came off that, and it came off screens to Kittles and a lot of checkdowns. Garoppolo did an amazing job. The Garoppolo and San Fran offense, period, did an amazing job just executing the offense, man. They executed the hell out the offense. He took what they played zone. The Rams played zone. We all know they play a match 3 or a regular 3. They played zone. Garoppolo took what they gave him, and he just waited till one play broke. They missed a tackle on Kittles, and he was able to break. They hit a couple passes in the middle, and they was able to score that 3rd touchdown. Besides that, second half, they gave up 3 points and 60 yards passing. So, man, it was just the first 3 drives of the game. They wasn't that bad, but, if the final stats say 265, 3 touchdowns, you got to sit out the top 5 for a week. Week 6 of football is in the books, and now it's time to review the tape and get ready for Week 7. There's no better place to get in on all the action than DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
And to add to the excitement of Week 7, DraftKings Sportsbook is bringing back their can't-miss offer. If you haven't tried DraftKings Sportsbook yet, head to the App Store right now, and here's why. They're giving away all new users the chance to earn a sign-up bonus of up to $1,000 when signing up using our promo code, Booth21.
Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code Booth21 when you sign up and get up to $1,000.
That's code Booth21 to get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000. It's for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires 25 times playthrough. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Now back to the show. Understandable. All right, so let's go into our A-plus matchups. And before we do that, we're going to drop a bomb. Boom, 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 boom. And then we got to hear the one rule when it comes to the A-plus matchups.
You gotta follow.
Indeed. All right, so here we go. First matchup. Deshaun Watson has been on an uptick really recently, and now his main receiver, Will Fuller, goes against Jair Alexander, who some are saying has performed the best as a DB.
Man,
how does that matchup look to you?
I think Jair definitely going to follow Fuller, and I think it's a favorable matchup for him, man. It's not a crazy route running guy like Thielen or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And Thielen was the only guy who gave him trouble. But I think it's a lot of over routes, a lot of speed type of routes, and Jair Alexander could run. So I think that's right up his alley, man. He'll be hip to hip with Fuller all day.
So we saw last week, and we've seen over recently, it really looks like Brandon Cooks and Randall Cobb are starting to really get more. And you talked about this when DeAndre Hopkins left. You said it could be actually better potentially for Watson because he could look at other targets. So with that being said, because people want to know, do you expect Will Fuller to get in the end zone?
Nah, if he had Alexander on him this week, he won't get in the end zone. He won't even have many targets. It'll be a big B Cooks day and Randall Cobb day for Deshaun. He's gonna stay away from that. The coverage is gonna be so tight. He won't want to mess with that.
Okay, so obviously that's something you should pay attention to if you're playing DFS, which we will talk about in our next segment. Now, this is a very interesting one because people need to know because DFS is hard this week. And so you got to make sure you pick the right matchups if you want to target them. Marshawn Lattimore, we've talked about him on the show before. Him and the New Orleans Saints are going against the Carolina Panthers and Teddy Bridgewater, which means Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore are eligible receivers to potentially go off. But one of them is going to get shadow coverage. Which one is it?
I think it's going to be Anderson. Anderson, he's been looking more like a number one type of receiver. And if Marshawn has followed guys, he's been following true number one receivers. So I think it'll be Anderson. It'll be Robbie Anderson. He'll get the follow. DJ Moore he'll get the second corner. He'll get Jink. Is Jink back? I don't even know if Jink healthy right now. So he'll get the second corner, man. And in that matchup, I don't know, man. Robbie Anderson he's been decent. It's tough. That's one of them. It may balance itself out. Low yards and a touchdown. Low yards and a touchdown. 60, 70 yards and a touchdown. However you want to, you know what I'm saying, play your cards with that. Some people might take it. Some people won't. Don't want to mess with it.
Risky matchup indeed. Before we go, yeah, for sure. And this is going to lead us perfectly into our DFS segment. But before we do that, real quick, because I didn't get to touch on it right when we were talking about the no-fly zone. I need to know, Aqib, since we just talked about the best no-fly zone, and I'm putting you on the spot here. Give it 15 seconds.
I got you.
Who's the best DB in football?
Best DB in football right now, it's still Stephon Gilmore, definitely. It's still Gilmore, man. He following number one guys. If you got a true number one, he going to follow him around. And besides DJ Metcalf, man, he's been successful doing it week in, week out. So, Stephon Gilmore.